Bay, his first on the MCG, a 6-wicket bag for Bruce Reid and 5 catches taken by Ian Healy. They were the highlights of the second day's play in the second test. England through Gower and Stewart made 352, but the Australians have made a great start on a perfect batting strip, and with Mark Taylor and David Boone at the wicket, will be looking to expand considerably on their stump score of 1 for 109. With the weather overcast, David Gower decided he would nullify any advantage the bowlers may have in the conditions and launched into the Australian attack.
He's got that one away.
At the other end, Alex Stewart was compiling his highest test score. After 252 minutes of the crease, Gower brought up his first century at the MCG, his 17th for England off the 168th ball he faced. The next over, on exactly 100, Gower hit a return catch, which Bruce Reid gratefully accepted.
Great catch, great reflex catch by Reid.
After being on top for most of the morning, Hughes broke through with the last ball before lunch to have Jack Russell caught Healy for 15, chasing a ball he should not even have looked at. After lunch, Philip de Freitas made 3 before edging Reid to Healy.
Gone, it's out. Well caught.
Angus Fraser was lucky once, twice and 3 times before he'd scored. Alex Stewart's greatest test innings ended on 79, giving Healy and Reid their 5th wickets respectively for the innings. Devon Malcolm survived long enough to make 6 runs before he fell victim again to Reid. Then, after a smart 24-run knock, Fraser holed out to Dean Jones off Terry Alderman, and England was all out for 352. The Australian innings started without incident, with Jeff Marsh on the attack and Mark Taylor playing the sheet anchor role. The pair put on 63 runs before de Freitas found Marsh's edge, and Jack Russell held the regulation catch, Marsh out for 36. The wind was playing havoc and making conditions very unpleasant. But despite the conditions, Taylor was 42 not out at stumps, and Australia were headed towards another big score. British maxi yacht Rothmans continues to lead the Sydney to Hobart Yacht Race. Rothmans, whose name has anti-smoking protesters waiting for its arrival in Hobart, has led the race from the first gun yesterday. Our yachting expert Rob Mundell joins me now from Sydney. Well, Rob, Rothmans was the pre-race favourite. Is it just a one-yacht race for Line Honours?
Well, it's not, Eddie, because she still has to get there. She's entering Bass Strait right now, and the forecast for tonight and tomorrow is for very strong winds. I understand you're experiencing strong winds around Melbourne at the moment. 30 to 35 knots out of the north tonight, about the same strength out of the west tomorrow. So it certainly isn't going all Rothmans' way. But if you have to be in front, that's exactly what she's doing. And right now, yes, she is in touch with taking out a very rare trifecta. Rothmans is leading the race by 14 nautical miles from Condor. She's also leading the race on handicap, and she does have the race record in her sights. That record, 2 days, 14 hours, 56 minutes, set an incredible 15 years ago. Rothmans at the moment is only some 12 to 14 nautical miles behind that record pace, and with this wind forecast, all the indications are that she can break the record. So if the wind holds for the next 24 hours, it's certainly looking good for her for that trifecta. But at this stage, yes, it's all Rothmans in the run to Hobart. Eddie.
Thanks, Rob. You mentioned the wind in Melbourne. Well, as we saw earlier in 10 Evening News, chaos hit the Melbourne to Hobart race before yachts had even left Portsea Pier, with one of the favourites, Animal Farm, sinking. And when the race finally started, things only became worse. The winner of yesterday's Cock of the Bay, BP Flying Colours, shredded a mainsail and is out the back of the field, while on the media boat, aged yachting rider Michelle Brown suffered internal injuries and another spectator broke his arm in the wild conditions. Both were taken by ambulance to hospital. The leader at the moment by some 3 miles is Grant Warrington skippered Wild Thing. Already 5 yachts have retired from the race. So, Mel, certainly it's all happening out there in the Melbourne to Hobart race. Let's hope they all get down there safely.
Thank you, Eddie. And if you like winners, I've got them in midweek lotto. 2 winners in First Division, each to get $354,429 and a few cents. Division 2, $11,812.55. Division 3, $1,493. Division 4, $48. And Division 5, $21.30. Next, our weather outlook and all the fun of the 90s and tonight's impressions of the year that was.
Forget the history books, this is what really happened. Gary McDonald, Nicole Kidman, Kim Ginchel and Mark Little in the hilarious Wills and Burke, Sunday.
Now that Christmas is over, it's time some things came down. Like famous brand American towels, down from $19.95 to $11.95. Like our entire range of curtains, continuous curtaining and furnishing fabric, down by 25%. Like Tontine red pillows, down from $17.50 to $9. Like Kodak film, down from $5.19 to $3.99. You'll be surprised at how much is coming down at Target's after Christmas sale in Saturday.
You make me want to shout, keep my heels up and shout.
Your big league Holden dealers are shouting down prices during their 1990 light commercial run-out. Save over $2,000 on new Rodeo crew cab, over $1,800 on cab chassis, up to $3,500 on Jackaroo rig-out with free air conditioning, and over $3,700 on two-door Jackaroo. See your big league Holden dealer now and save on these 1990 models.
Everybody shout now, come on and shout.
Guess which jeweller is having a smashing January sale? Yes, it's Zammels, with everything going out at rock-bottom prices. Like these 9-carat gold filigree bracelets, now only $79. 9-carat gold 18-inch chains, only $35. These 9-carat gold fancy-coloured solitaire diamond rings are down to just $129. And the prices of all our watches like Classique, Pierre Cardin, Citizen, Nico and more have been smashed to clear. So zip into Zammels now and save during their once-only smashing January sale. You've got rocks in your head if you don't.
Hello?
Hi, it's me.
Hi.
Hey, you know we've got a birthday to celebrate.
A birthday?
Yeah, Justine's have turned 20.
So?
So, the one and only summer sale will be better than ever.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, look at those shorts for $34.95.
All right, and 2 pairs of guys' shorts for $35.
And those tops are only $19.95. Now that's cause for celebration.
You always seem to find a reason.
Just me, just jeans.
Right now at Bristol, you can trade in any dirty old paintbrush or roller cover for 50% off one of these brand new ones. Truly amazing. And save $10 on Weather Tough Gloss, $7 on Cover Plus Low Sheen. But hurry!
Here's something that's absolutely free from Movieland. A 40-page, full-colour, sensational summer hits movie magazine filled with the biggest hit movies and greatest savings over summer. So hurry to Movieland, as stocks are limited.
Angus Fraser and an Ashes record 6 catches from wicketkeeper Jack Russell has given England the upper hand in the second test at the MCG. The top order guns of Border, Taylor and Jones all got starts, but none could go on and make a big score as England played their best cricket of the summer. At stumps, Australia all out for 306. England lead on the first innings by 46 runs. Australia resumed this morning at 1 for 109 and a big total looked promising. Mark Taylor, tied down at times yesterday, brought up yet another half-century, including 4 boundaries off 126 balls. David Boone, down in form this summer, started to take on the England bowlers. He was lucky when Atherton got a hand to the ball in the gully, but couldn't quite hang on. But Boone chanced his luck once too often in the same over, and he edged Malcolm to Jack Russell, out for 28, Australia 2 for 133. 16 runs later with the score on 149, Taylor edged the Freitas to Russell, and the gun Australian opener was out for 61, Russell catching all 3 Australian dismissals. After lunch, skipper Alan Border and Dean Jones lifted the run rate, Jones bringing up the 50 partnership and Australia's 200. Jones, who has thrashed the England attack this summer, had Tufnell jumping out of the way, such was his ferocity. But on 44, a loose shot saw Russell pick up another catch off Angus Fraser, and Australia was 4 for 224. Border appeared to get a life when Smith made a mess of this one at Silly Point. The Australian captain was well in command, his half-century coming up in 129 minutes with 5 boundaries. Steve Waugh made 19 before playing inside the line of Fraser. Australia 5 for 264. Then Border glanced Fraser off his leg but found Russell again, and the captain was out for 62. First ball after drinks, Ian Healy gave Jack Russell a record for Ashes tests of 6 catches in an innings. Healy out for 5 and the Australians in trouble at 7 for 289. Australia's last recognised batsman, Greg Matthews, made 12 before Angus Fraser snared his 5th victim, and then Alderman became his 6th for a duck. Sydney to Hobart Yacht Race leader Rothmans looks set to achieve a unique trifecta by winning line and handicap honours, as well as breaking a 15-year-old race record set by Kealoha. Well, Rob Mundell joins me from Hobart. Rob, is the trifecta still on target?
Eddie, it certainly is possible at the moment, but it's very touch and go. We've just had a report in from Rothmans. She's 130 nautical miles from the finish. She's averaging 10 knots. Now, to break the record, she must average 10 knots to the finish line. So it's very much touch and go. It will depend on the weather and what happens here in Hobart over the next few hours. So, yes, certainly touch and go. Rothmans is currently 2nd on handicap, so she can certainly win on handicap. And the way things are looking, she can also take line on honours by a comfortable margin.
Rob, the Victorian boats, how are they looking on handicap?
Eddie, very good at the moment. You have Western Port Venture currently 4th on handicap and very much in touch with the race leader on corrected times, and Victoria could well win this race for the 2nd year in a row.
Thanks, Rob. And speaking of records, Geelong yacht Fuji Logitech has smashed a 14-year record by almost an hour in winning the Melbourne to Devonport race as well. Well, West Coast Eagles footballer Peter Malesso wants to resume